Hello, hello, hello. My name is Evan Rogers, and I'm here teaching you about na-adjectives for evanseasyjapanese.com. Na-adjectives, number 1. 2 kinds of adjectives? This might actually be the only na-adjective video I make because they're really not that tricky. So, let's go ahead and dive in. What exactly are na-adjectives? They are adjectives / nouns that operate in a similar way to nouns / adjectives, which is kind of confusing, but the more you get used to them, the more this is gonna be obvious. How these are similar to nouns is a little bit vague to you right now. However, as we slowly go over how clauses and modifying nouns with verbs, as we slowly learn how to do that, you're gonna see this more clearly. Right now, don't worry about it, but trust me. When directly modifying a noun, we put a na between the na-adjective and the noun. The na-adjective comes first, then we put a na, and then we put the noun. Depending on the book and or the way of thinking, they're also called na-nominals. That's from Japanese, the spoken language, from Eleanor Hars Jordan and Marinoda. Marinoda works at the Ohio State University. The Ohio State University! Number 1 in football, number 1 in everything else as well. The word nominal here just means nouns. They often operate similarly to nouns. I already said that, so okay, I'm repetitive. Hey guys, did you guys know that non-nominals are kind of similar to nouns? I don't know if you knew that, but they're kind of similar to nouns. Okay, I'll shut up. There's no real pattern to know if an adjective is a na-adjective or not. Some na-adjectives end in E, some of them don't end in E. It's kind of a big mess of blah 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 blah. You just gotta memorize them. Sorry bros, it's the memorization. So, I said they're similar to nouns, and I told you not to worry about it, but hey, I'm gonna talk about it some more. Let's not get carried away. Na-adjectives conjugate similarly to nouns, as we'll see later, using des. Putting a na-adjective requires an additional character put between them, like I just said, kirei na hito, a pretty person. Just like a noun, we have watashi no enpitsu. Do you see how they both have a na or a no there? And that both of those nas and nos are in the end row? Whoa, that's a crazy coincidence, isn't it, Evan? Yeah, actually it is. One weird way of thinking about the no particle is that it's kind of the word des. We're not going to get into it now, so just ignore that. But na and no, both are placed in between. No is placed in between 2 nouns, and na is placed in between a noun and a na-adjective / na-noun. However, a na-adjective can't really operate like a noun. So, kirei ga ikimashita. Ikimashita means went, like I went to the store. So, kirei ga ikimashita would mean the pretty went. Notice how it's red. That's no good. No bueno. That doesn't make any sense. Boo-boo. Kirei ga ikimashita is not a thing we can say. It almost sounds, unless someone's name is Kirei, then it's pretty went, you know? Okay, so who's pretty? Beyond the strange occurrence where someone's name is Kirei, this is an impossible sentence. It can't happen. That's why it's red. The example sentence below it, hito ga ikimashita. Hito is a no noun / a noun, and it says a person went. This is A-OK. Hito ga ikimashita. A person went somewhere. Thus, let's not get too carried away in how they're similar. They're still adjectives mostly. That's why most books call them na-adjectives. Okay, remember how I told you guys that you're going to have to memorize them? Well, I hope this helps. I made El Mundo Gigando list of na-adjectives / nouns. Dum da 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 dum 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 dum. Diggy diggy din 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 dum dum. Diggy diggy dum 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 dum. Diggy diggy dum 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 dum. Do 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 do. I forgot the song goes. I'm gonna burn through these really quickly, reading them column left and then column right. We got benri, convenient. Betsu, separate. Daiji, important. Heiki, calm, cool, indifferent. Heta, unskilled. Pora, hitsuyo, important, vital, necessary. Huben, inconvenient. Huben and benri, if you notice, they both have the ben here. Ben. They're connected. Convenient, inconvenient. Okay, then we got homaru. Then we got, which is formal. It sounds just like the English word. Then we have iroiro, various, variable. Iya, unpleasant, disgusting. Daijoubu, alright, safe, fine. Genki, pip, Vim, vigor, energetic. This is something that has energy into it. Something that's like, woohoo, let's go, guys. That's Genki. When I was teaching in Japan, one of the teachers said that I was too Genki. I showed them with my Genki powers. Anyway, dame, no good, not alright. Hen, strange, weird. Hima, free time. Hijo, emergency, extreme. Fukuzatsu, complicated, complex. Hu, in a manner, in a style. Iron, which is the same thing as iroiro, just shortened. Ironna, various, variable. Kantan, easy, simple. Let's keep going. Kekko, nice, fine, good, splendid. It's kind of like I have enough. Down the list, kire, which is what we just said. Pretty, cute, clean. It could be like a clean desk. Meiwaku, annoyance, annoying, nuisance. Nanika mitai, like, as if something. Sorry, blank mitai, as if blank. Nigiyaka, lively, bustling. Oki, notice how there's a star there. That's because this is actually an e adjective, oki. However, for whatever reason, you can just take that e off and turn it into a na adjective, okina. Big, large. Rippa, splendid. Rippa, sorry, let me say Rippa. Splendid, magnificent. Shitsure, rude. This is the same shitsure as shitsure shimasu. Rude. Not, something something so. Looking as if something something. Sumuzu. You've been hit by a sumuzu criminaru. Okay, then we got kirai. Oh, it doesn't mean that. It means literally like something is smooth. Sorry, it's not like smooth criminal smooth. That was just me making that dumb joke. Kirai. Hate, dislike. Q, suddenly, without warning. Mendo, troublesome, annoying. Muri, impossible, excessive. Okashi, which is actually an e adjective again. Just we took off the e adjective and you can make it a na adjective. I don't know why they do this. It just happens. Okashina, strange, funny. Similar to hen, but not quite the same. Notice how the word funny's there. It's a little bit more on the funny side. Raku, comfortable, relaxing, easy. Shinsatsu, kind, obliging, considerate. Shizuka, quiet, peaceful, silent. Ski, like, pleasing. Taihen, awful, problematic. Taisetsu, important. Teine, polite, conscientious. Tekito, suitable, appropriate. Yoke, unnecessary, excessive, uncalled for. Yume. Famous, notorious. Jiyu, free, unrestricted. Jozu, skilled. Kiken, dangerous. Tokubetsu, special. Majime, earnest, serious. Tashka, certain, positive, reliable. Teki, pertaining to. Chisa, which is once again an e adjective with the na replacing the e. Small, low, soft voice. Soft in voice. Yo, as a matter of fashion of. Maybe I already did that one, I forget. Zannen, regrettable, a pity. Jobu, strong, rugged, sturdy. Daisuki, really like, love. Jubun, plentiful, sufficient. Neshin, eager, enthusiastic. Hitamuki, single-minded, devoted. Alright, that is a huge list of new vocab for you if you want to learn it. This is quite possibly one of the most comprehensive lists of not adjectives. It's not comprehensive. There are some more out there. Just this is a huge list of them that this will really help out your vocab. I didn't include the nas in these because the na isn't always there. The na is only there when it's going between when these come before a noun. Like I said, there's no real pattern. Did you notice how none of those sounded the same whatsoever? There's no pattern. They just kind of exist, okay? There's really nothing special about na-adjectives. They just sort of happen to exist. It's kind of like, hey, why do nouns exist? They just do. Shut up and do your homework. They function usually like adjectives. They modify nouns, the big cat. They go before nouns, the big cat. Notice how it's before the noun. Notice how they modify the noun. And then they can be the complement of a sentence, which is the thing that a noun is. So the cat is big. These are all the functions that a na-adjective does in Japanese, etc., etc. In fact, they're pretty much exactly the same as e-adjectives, except that they conjugate, quote-unquote, differently. When we put them before a noun, we link the na-adjective to the noun with a na, just like I said earlier. So when there's a na-adjective followed by a noun, we throw a na in between them. So we got shizuka na neko ga iru. Shizuka na neko ga iru. Shizuka na. So quiet cat. A quiet cat ga iru exists. Imasu. This is the plain form. There's a quiet cat somewhere. We're not specifying where. Shizuka is quiet. Neko is cat. And then down here we got dare ga kono daiji na koto shitteru? Shitteru ka? This is a very blunt way of talking. That ka is really tough at the end. Dare ga kono daiji na koto shitteru ka? Who knows this important stuff? Who knows about this important crap? Dare, dare, who. Daiji, daiji, important. Koto, koto, stuff. Shiru is to know. So notice how there's daiji na koto. Koto's a noun. Daiji is important. And once again, we put the na before the noun. And as a complement, the way that we're going to use them is just basically throw them without the na before des, or whatever verb functions like des. So the na is secretly des. Don't worry about that for now. Just like I said earlier, the na is secretly des. And so when a na adjective is the complement of a sentence, we don't want to say na des because that would be repetitive. Imagine saying, this is pretty. It would be annoying as hell. Heck, sorry, my babies. We simply conjugate des and not the word itself. And because the na of the na adjective is actually des, in order to conjugate the complement when it's the last sentence and when it's the last word in a sentence, when it's the last word in a sentence, we basically call it the complement. So situations like this. Ano neko wa shizuka deshita ne. The cat was quiet. Notice how the deshita gets modified. So shizuka is the na adjective, then we just throw deshita after it. So do you see how it doesn't operate like an e-adjective? E-adjectives, like I showed you in a different video, have to go through this whole crazy thing like kunai and kata and kunakata and things like that. However, ano neko wa shizuka deshita ne. That cat was quiet, wasn't it? Shizuka, quiet, neko, cat. Kono jouhou wa daiji desu ka? Notice there's no na between daiji and des. That's because des and na are the same thing. And this is just a straight up plain old complement. This is just a noun is an adjective. Noun is adjective. Is this information important? Jouhou is information. Daiji is important. And here we go. Hontou ni kore suki janai desu ka? Hontou ni kore suki janai desu ka? Hontou ni kore suki janai desu ka? You really don't like these, do you? Hontou is real, really? Ski is a na adjective. Notice how ski and janai is the des. Janai des is how we make a negative des. We could also say de wa arimasen. Ski de wa arimasen. Check out the des videos that I made for more information. Not going to go into it here. Secret things that are important, but that you don't really need to think about too much right now. Na isn't really a particle. It's actually des. I already mentioned that. If it's des, then that means we're modifying nouns with verbs. So see, if this na is actually des, that means it's a verb in a weird way. Notice how directly after the verb, the na is a noun. So we have a noun being directly modified by a verb, des. Don't think about it too much now, but this will be very important in the future. So we actually have ski and na. Ski is an adjective, na is a verb, and hito is a noun. So we have an adjective, verb, noun. We have a noun being modified by a verb. This might not seem important now, but this is training your brain for something big in the future when we start actually modifying nouns with verbs. It's super exciting when you get to do that because you increase the things you can say by 1,000,000%. Exactly 1,002,5%. Now we know how to use na-adjectives correctly. Kiken na sento desu yo ne. When I showed this sentence to my wife, she was laughing just like I was. Nobody with that face and with that many dead people behind him would ever say this. Kiken na sento desu yo ne. This sort of translates to, man, this really is a dangerous battle, isn't it? And he doesn't look like he's at all saying that. Alright, have yourself a holly jolly day. I have something to request of you. Please like this video. The more thumbs up I get, the more people think that this is worth their time. Please subscribe to me. The more subscribers I get, the more famous I become, the more I can actually come to be doing this for, you know, and actually getting rewarded for it. I'd love to be rewarded for my work. 3, donate. That'd be fantastic. And 4, please share this with all your friends so that you can become the famous Japanese knowing individual. Whew. I made 3 videos today, and I'm tired. Have a great day.